I've been using DaVinci Resolve for years and I've edited hundreds of videos, but I know what it's like when you're getting started with Resolve. It can seem like there's so much to learn, but there's 5 things I wish I'd known right from the start to make my editing faster, make my editing of higher quality, and have more fun while doing it. The first feature will save you hours, I promise. So we've got this really long clip here and you can see that it definitely needs editing. We've got these long pauses where I'm not talking. By the way, this video is from my landscape photography channel, which I'll link in the description. So we could go and use Control B. We can ripple edit all of these silences, but going through this, 20-minute clip is going to take ages. Just undo that. To do this faster, click on the clip to select it, to come to the clip menu at the top, come to audio operations and choose ripple delete silence. You can use Control plus and minus on the keyboard to zoom in if you want to, and the first thing you want to do is change this threshold slider. You can see that when I'm changing this, it's actually selecting different parts of the audio. These red bits are going to be deleted automatically for us, so you should set the threshold so we start to select the gaps or the silences. Next, you choose the minimum to strip, and this lets you fine-tune how much you can remove. If you find that the start or the end of the silent sections are also deleting some of the following audio, you can use post and pre-tail. These will help you fine-tune things. Scrolling across here, you can see that these silences haven't yet been removed. So we need to make some changes. I'm going to increase the threshold, adjust the minimum to strip, and once you're happy, you can optionally add crossfades just to make the audio cuts a bit smoother, and then click remove. DaVinci Resolve is now going to remove everywhere where you've got these red boxes. And you can see we've got all of these cuts now. This would have taken us ages to do manually, and we've even got these crossfades added between the edit points to further smooth out the audio. Tip number 2 is also an essential time-saving tip. So let's say that we've got an edit point here and we just want to maybe get rid of this first bit of silence. There's a few ways we could do this. We could drag this across and then move the whole clip to the left to get rid of that gap. We could position the playhead and use the keyboard shortcut to trim that. But if you want a more visual way of doing it, click this button to turn on the trim edit mode. Now hover over one of these edit points. If you hover over this one, if I drag this across, you can see that it's getting rid of the start of that clip. But the key thing about this is, if I zoom out, as I'm doing this, watch what happens to the clips on the right. They're automatically being brought forward, so we don't end up with any gaps in the timeline. But that's not all. If I zoom in, if you hover the mouse over the actual edit point, you get this symbol. Dragging it left and right will actually change both the start and the end of the previous and next clip. So you can really fine tune where that edit point happens really quickly. Tip number 3 is going to save you hours if you've got multiple cameras recording at the same time and you want to create a multicam sequence. All you do is select multiple clips, choose create multicam sequence, import that multicam clip into your timeline, and then you can really quickly change the camera angles between the different cameras. I've got loads of tutorials on this, so I'll link to those in the description. I've got a quick bonus tip for you if you want to make life easier when working with audio and sound effects. Come to workflow integrations and choose Epidemic Sound. To get started with Epidemic Sound for free, click the first link in the description. This is the Epidemic Sound plugin for DaVinci Resolve. This plugin makes it ridiculously easy to find music for your videos. There's loads of ways you can search for things. Once you've found some music, you can download it and import it directly to the timeline. You can see the music down here. There's sound effects for really taking your video edits to the next level, and they've even got AI generated voiceovers that are based on real voice actors. I've been using Epidemic Sound for over 6 years for all of my music and sound effects for 3 YouTube channels. The first link in the description will get you started for free. Tip number 4, instead of just clicking the play button or clicking the space bar to play back things at normal speed when you're editing, you can instead use the L key to play forwards, the K key to stop, and the J key to play backwards. That's not all. If you hit the L key multiple times, you'll play back at a faster speed. You can also play back in reverse at a faster speed by hitting J multiple times. That means that you don't have to listen to playback in real time. You can speed it up to judge where you need to add edit points or get an overview of the actual total edit that you're working on. You may think this last tip is not that important, but I assure you that it's going to make life so much easier and more pleasurable when you're doing editing. Here I've got an edit for the landscape photography channel, and you can see we've got loads of different tracks of video and audio. When you've got a lot of tracks, one way to make it more enjoyable to use and also to make it super clear to know what you're working on is to right click on an audio or video track header, choose change track color, and then choose a custom track color. So for example, we could change the main dialogue to pink. We could change the main video track to lime. I've already got this track set to brown for B-roll. I've already set these sound effect tracks to purple. As well as doing this at the track level, you can do it for individual clips. Just right click on the clip, choose clip color, and change it to whatever you want if you've got special things going on for those clips. Check out this video next. Please subscribe for more Resolve tutorials. I'm Jason Roberts. This is DaVinci Dojo, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.